İşte herkes için hem sağlığını hem de cebini koruyacak bir önlem var. Hadi gelin. Merhaba, Doktor Aydın Bey'le görüşecektim. Randevum saat 3'te. Siz de randevunuzu almayı unutmayın. Buyurun, Niyaris seyahat kartı.
Şöyle buyurun.
Niyaris Hayat Sağlık Sigortam sayesinde maddi kaygı duymadan muayenemi oluyor. Ufak bir katkı payı ödeyerek eczane masraflarımı da karşılayıp günüme keyifle devam ediyorum. Niyaris Hayat, sigorta, bugün ve yarın.
Good morning, dear friends. It's Cyprus today, and I'm Olesya Larina. Today, I have a very special guest. Maybe you get used to having popular people, popular in social medias, or singers, or writers, whom I always have, and I'm happy to have these kind of people. And of course, I will in the future. But today, let's say my guest is an ordinary person, but believe me, she is not ordinary at all. And first, I was thinking invite just her, but because she came together with her daughter, I decided to have them both. So please welcome Jody and Jaya Hoyles.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, good morning, girls. How are you?
I'm fine. You?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for coming here. I know that you're a very busy person, though you don't work full time, but still I know that you're busy. Again, thank you very much. I'm very happy to see you both. I think I haven't seen Jaya for 10 years. I told you right now that first when I saw her, she was 3 or 4 days old, and now she's a big lady who's going to celebrate her 10th birthday soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Jody, why I said a few words to you before we started this program, why I decided to have you as a guest.
Yeah.
For many people, when they think about Cyprus, the first idea that comes to their mind is that Cyprus is for pensioners, for old people like 60 plus, 70 plus, that only they can, not can, they're coming here generally and spend their time in the bars, enjoying the sun. So you're the example that any age, a person of any age can come to the island and live really full life. So we are breaking stereotypes today.
Yeah, definitely.
First of all, please tell me, when did you come to Cyprus and what did you do before coming to Cyprus?
Okay, so I came to Cyprus 13 years ago. We came over with my husband and my mum and dad and our 3-year-old son. So yeah, 13 years, and before, when we was in England, I used to be a secretary for Dagenham Motors, and I used to also do graphic design. And my mum and dad had a florist and greengrocer's business.
How did you decide to move all together? Okay, I understand that you're moving here with your husband and your son, but to bring the whole family, it's something also extraordinary.
That was a big upheaval. So me and my husband decided to move abroad. We actually didn't look at Cyprus first, we looked at other countries. And as I said, my mum and dad had the greengrocer and florist business, and they were working really, really hard, and my dad was coming up to retirement age, but he couldn't afford to retire. He had to carry on working. So, yes, as I said, we decided to move abroad. We sat down and had a family meal and a conversation, as you do, and let the news out that we were going to move abroad. And my parents then decided to join us and sell the business. And they were like, "You're not going on your own." So they came over with us.
So why not in Cyprus then?
Why did I decide on Cyprus?
Yes, why Cyprus and why Northern Cyprus? Because when you were there, I think you had a big range of countries you could choose from.
Well, being from like London area, Essex, it was very built up, a bit unsafe for children and stuff like that. So I wanted to be somewhere safe for my children, somewhere where we could have a social life as well, but you can enjoy the social life with your children because it is very restricted. So we did look at other countries, but it was too built up, too commercialised. And then we looked at like Northern Cyprus, and I got off the plane. I was just like, nope, I'm home. This is where I want to be. So went back home, sold my house, we sold the business, and within the year, we'd bought a house and moved over here. So it was the best decision that I've ever made. My kids are safe. We have a fantastic family life. I've got my parents here as well. Made fantastic friends, and that's all you need in life. As long as you've got good people around you and your family, that's the main thing.
I think for you, when you, I'm sure that it was your decision together with your husband, with John. And John, if you're watching us, we are sending you big highs and hellos. And when you're back to Cyprus, I'm sure we need to gather all together and talk, because I miss you as well. I think you had much help because from your parents when you decided to have a second child. First of all, your child, then first child, Jake, he was just 6 years old or 5 years old.
No, he was 3 when we moved over here.
No, I mean when you decided to have the second child here in Cyprus already. First of all, you're having a child abroad. This is first thing, though they were like 2 years of you spending here, and yeah, I'm just calculating in my mind. So I think your parents help you so much because foreigners, when they move here, for example, when I moved here, I didn't have anyone to help you with my son, to help me with my son. And many of foreigners face this situation. When they have a child living abroad, it's so difficult to do everything. So your parents...
My parents did help a lot. So babysitting, obviously, if we wanted to go out and have some time to ourselves. So yeah, it was good having my parents here because they helped with our social life as well, so we could actually still have a life as well as having children, but also a little bit financially as well, because it was a big struggle when we first moved over here. It wasn't as easy as what we expected, but that was just, it's new, so you have to learn, and within time and making the right moves, having the right people beside you, it gets a lot easier.
Okay, for sure. And Jaya, I don't want you to be bored while your mom is talking. So tell me about your life here. Okay, you were born here, so I think Cyprus is like your motherland already.
Yeah. I've got one pony and one...
Wait! Wait, we'll talk about your horses a bit later. Tell me about your life here. Which school do you go to? First, let's start, because if I ask you so many questions, you know, I get used to talking, to interviewing grown-up people, so I can ask them 5 questions in a row, and they're giving answers one by one. But you're a young lady, so let's start. Which school do you go to?
I go to Nejat British College.
So what about your Turkish? Do you speak Turkish?
Yes.
Is it fluent, do you think?
Yes, it is.
Do you have Turkish friends or Cypriot friends?
Yes, I do. I have 1 or 2, but I talk in English a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to practice more Turkish while
Yeah.
here. So tell me about your mom and dad. Do they speak Turkish?
A little bit.
A little bit. Not like you.
Yeah.
You're much more fluent in it.
Yeah.
And before the program, I'll reveal the secret to our viewers. You told me that you know some Russian words, and you know my heart started beating faster because I'm Russian.
Yeah.
Tell me, which words do you know?
Привет.
Hello.
Как дела?
How are you?
Хорошо.
Хорошо. I'm fine. Good. Thank you very much. And now, okay, as we're speaking about social life, and that you are not just here lying in the beach, enjoying the sun. So tell me, you're always busy with something. What are you busy with?
A lot of it's to do with the children, really, trying to keep them busy and keep them off the computers. and giving them a social life. So my son does scuba diving. He's done scuba diving for about 5 years now.
Really?
Yeah, so
Did he start so early? Is
Yeah.
it possible actually for children to do this? Because I was always sure that only grown-up people, adults can do this.
No, they can start with a bubble maker, which I think it's about 9 or 10 years old they can start. But Jake started at Scuba Cyprus because his uncle owned it. So he started years and years ago. So yeah, he does that. He went to Egypt and he's dived there. So it's a good experience so that when we go on holidays, they can actually do something as well. So yeah, he does that and archery. He wants to go into the federation now and start competing. So he's been doing that a couple of years in the local area where we're from.
You see, I didn't even know about archery being here.
Yeah. So he's done it a couple of years. So there's lots of things. If you actually open your eyes a little bit, like general people with children, there is so much to do. To say that there's nothing here in Northern Cyprus for children to do, that's not correct. There is so much. You just need to knock on the right doors, look in the right places, and you'll find it. So it's really good, especially for children, and it's safe. So like as I said, Jake does scuba diving, archery. Jaya started archery. She does her horse riding.
When did you start horse riding, by the way? Don't tell me 3.
No.
3 years old.
5 years old.
You know, I'm surprised as well. You said, because when I said don't tell me being 3 years old, I was joking, but 5 years old, it's also very early.
Yeah.
Did you really start when you were 5 years old?
Yes.
You weren't scared?
No.
Okay, tell me about your experience with horses.
It is fun, but it's a bit dangerous for if you're starting a little bit early. But when I first rode a little Shetland. That was my best friend. But my coach had a very bad argument at me.
Argument about what?
I was running past the school that we train in, and he shouted at me.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a lesson learned, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
you shouldn't really run when you're around horses. But
Yeah.
yeah, so she started on a little Shetland, and with your aunt, and it was good fun. And then she just progressed from there. So.
So again, for 5 years already, that's a big experience. And tell me, because you started telling me about the horses, sorry that I interrupted you, because I wanted to start from school and everything. Now we came to your horses. You ride 2 horses.
Yes.
What's your pony's name?
Names?
My
what are their
pony's
names?
name is Ruzgar. My
Ruzgar. What is Ruzgar? Tell me.
wind.
Good.
And
checking.
my horse is called Bo. And I do get along with him, but with Ruzgar, he puts his head down and stuff. So my coach is really helping me with my stuff.
Really? But I'm sure it was your idea to take children, or what about Jake?
Jake. What with
Is he
horse
going? Yeah.
He
horse
he
riding?
doesn't really. He's not into
He's
the
not
horse.
interested.
No, he gets on my horse now and again and has a little walk around and a little trot. But that's it. If we go out on hacks, then he likes to do that. He's not really into the proper horse riding.
When you took Jaya to this club or to this special place to teach her, or to be taught by others, whatever, had you had that experience before? Why horses?
I used to ride when I was younger, so I started
In England, you
in
mean?
England, yes. So I started when I was about 5, and stopped.
Same age.
Yeah, same age,
That's
yes,
why.
and,
Okay, I
and stopped
understand
at
that.
about 14, 15. Obviously, I had to stop because of college. And trying to find to juggle everything back in England. So yeah, I used to compete cross country and show jumping, and there was just a passion for it. And I think it's really good for children to be around animals because they're not just, as I said, to get off the computers, but they're therapeutic as well. So it really does help with disabled children, people with mental health issues.
Yeah.
Just being around horses helps in all ways. So I really am passionate about making people be around horses. As much
So
as
do you go right now every day there?
Yeah, we go every day to do because we've got our own horses, so it's something you have to do once,
You
twice a day.
own, do you own any horse
Yes, yeah, we own three.
Free.
there? Right.
Yeah.
And pony as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Jaya shares her pony with our friend, and then we've got Bo and Eddie, and we have our own piece. We rent a piece of land, so we keep them up on our own. So we do that.
Huh, so they are not in some club with others?
No.
Or a
our-
stable with others?
No, ours are on our own, but we do travel to other clubs to take them for training. Because we don't have a sand school, so for us, I'd rather be on a sand school. So I'd rather take my horses to other places to use their sand school, and then I bring them home. So yeah, it's a big commitment as well with that. So not only are they doing other clubs, but I'm transporting horses here, there, and everywhere for an hour, 2 hours, and then taking them
Yeah,
back.
because I wanted to invite you to my program, let's say 1 or 2 months ago, I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly, just to ask you about the quarantine and stuff, which we're going to speak about as well. And you told me that I get up very early in the morning and I need to take my horses. So what are you
Yeah.
doing in the morning?
So
what time do you normally get up? Just tell me about your ordinary day.
So my ordinary day, I probably get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. My friend that does the yard with us as well, sometimes she does the mornings, I do the evenings, or we swap over. So I get up. If I have to do the mornings, I'm up there for a couple of hours, feeding, mucking out, try to exercise them in the morning just a little bit, and then come home, do the general housework, cooking, cleaning, making cakes with the children, and then spend some time with them, and then do their kids' clubs, and then we're back up to do the horses in the evening. So if Jaya has training, I have to take her to the training. If we have to train with our own horses, I have to load the trolley up and take the horses, which takes about an hour, and then ride for an hour and then drive them back. And then I get in about 10 o'clock at night sometimes. So
Wow, so your day is absolutely
yes.
filled up with different kinds of activities. And I think right now we will watch a video that shows how you and you, little lady, ride horses.
We went on a holiday with my mum and dad, and her dream was to ride a horse on a beach. So
Just on a beach?
Yes.
Not in the desert.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there was a desert and the beach. We were in the desert to go to the beach. And so we went for one day, and then the guy turned around and said, like, do you want to go for a gallop? So she went for a gallop, and then she just let her hands off and went. So it was her first.
And who's making the video?
The man on the. There was a man on a horse videoing.
On a horse?
On a horse.
Because I was thinking someone was driving a car.
Yeah, because of the noise. No, the guy is on a horse and with no hands and videoing. And I was absolutely amazed because when I was watching them, I was, and you think, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been a great experience for her, and
Weren't
that's
you
my-
scared to
No.
ride like this?
When I first saw people doing it, I was like, oh, I want to try that. But I was like, aren't they going too fast? So my mum took me to Egypt and I saw this. My mum booked us to go horse riding, and then the man put me on this pony that I was just riding on, and he said, go. And he asked me, do you want to jump off and jump back on again? I was like, no.
And when did you go to Egypt, by the way?
It was March, we arrived back just before the
The lockdown?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the day that it got locked down, that's the day we arrived back in Cyprus.
So you were lucky.
Yes.
You could be stuck in
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah.
And-
Well, we was actually going to extend our flight because we heard that the schools had all closed. We was like, oh, let's have another 4 days here.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Just why go back to Cyprus and have 4 more days in Egypt? So yeah, we were looking at extending the hotel, changing the flights, and thankfully one of our friends who we booked the holiday through said, no, I don't think you should do that, Jodie. Just get home, be safe, because if you get stuck in Egypt, it's going to be a nightmare. So thankfully I listened to her and we arrived back home
Yeah,
safe.
well, where did you go in Egypt?
Oh gosh, I've forgotten what it's called.
Hurghada.
Hurghada.
Hurghada.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, to be stuck, because I met so many people after lockdown. During the lockdown, you know that I was calling to different countries, and we had a call with you as well. I asked people how they spent the lockdown. Some people were stuck in Bali,
Yeah.
in Australia. It doesn't matter where you're stuck into. If it's not your home, you have to pay
Yes.
for the place. And did you go, all of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
and my mum and dad as well.
Woo!
Yes. Yeah, that would have
I
been a
can
very
imagine. What would it cost you?
Yeah. So yeah, we was very, very lucky, and then we had lockdown, and that was good. It was nice to actually have the lockdown because it made you appreciate how much time you don't actually spend with each other, and when you do spend time together,
What did you do during the lockdown?
what do we do?
First of all, many people were trying to escape from home. Did you do something like this, or you were just obedient citizens staying at home?
We did stay at home, but if we needed to go out, we had to go to the shops to get
This is
food.
like for basic
Yeah.
necessities. And what did you do? Just tell me. You wake up, you can't go anywhere out. What did you do at home? Cooking?
Yeah, I did cooking. My uncle has this Chef Bay, so he asked me, "Do you want to do some cooking?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can." So I did my own recipe and stuff, and my family liked it, so I have
so
it.
you did it on your own?
Yeah,
And she did it online as well, so it was alive. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Right, bravo.
Yeah.
What else? What else did you do?
What else did you do?
um,
Arts and crafts. And
yeah. I did painting. I did this. My mum did a very nice drawing, and I did. So, yeah.
Playing in the pool. We
Yeah.
took the dogs for a walk if we was allowed to.
You have
so
dogs as well.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then we would get permission. We had to get permission to go
Yeah.
to do the horses every day. So we'd go up. Lucky enough, we did have the horses, so it gave us our little bit of space to get out.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people did have that, so we were grateful that we did have the horses to be able to still go out and not socialise, but
But still
yeah,
to go out, from
out
home.
and do something. But yeah, we did have to get permission, and we never did anything against the rules because the rules were in place because they needed to be. They're looking out for our own health and safety. So yeah, we just got the permission and went done the horses. And that was it, really, wasn't it? Lots of cooking, yeah, lots of baking bread.
Yeah. Daddy made bread.
Yes, Daddy was here with you as well. He
Yes.
wasn't
Yeah.
stuck in the sea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we had gone to
Daddy. My dad made bread, so we didn't need to go out and get loads of bread and stuff. So
Really, that's good.
my dad started doing bread and stuff. So yeah, it kept him company as well.
So, okay, tell me about your husband, John. What is he doing now? What is he busy with?
John works for a seismic engineering company, so he works away for 5 to 6 weeks. At the moment, he's going to be away for about 8 weeks, so this is one of the longest times he's been. But he was home for a long time, so that was nice, have a bit of quality time with him. And before that, he was a concrete pumper and a kitchen fitter, a car salesman. He worked with you as well. So, yeah, so he's done lots of...
We worked in construction.
Yeah, he worked in construction as well.
Otherwise, people will think that I was his assistant, being a plumber or something like this.
Yeah, see you in your overalls. So, yeah, so he did, when we moved over here, he worked in construction as well. So, yeah, so he's busy doing that. He used to play rugby over here for the Pumas, so they started that.
So I know about his rugby, hobby or professional, I can't say. I even do remember when they made a calendar. We were having great fun over it because all the guys saying that this is for charity. I'm sure all the calendars were sold out.
Yes, I think they did.
Because they were naked, having something, I mean, covering themselves with some, I don't know, books or...
Yeah, I think there was rugby balls, there was a scarf, one of them had a scarf over him, one of them had a banister of the stairs.
Yeah, so what charity organizations they did it for?
I can't remember actually, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I can't remember, I just remember the calendar.
Yeah, I think people who saw that calendar would never forget it because it was something different for Cyprus especially.
I'd like to see if anybody still got it.
And the whole team, the whole team was there.
Yeah, so if you've still got it, let's get it out.
I think John didn't bring it himself to our office. I think Bill revealed the secret and he said, "Did you show it?" He said, "Oh,
kept that one quiet, did he?"
It was really funny.
Yeah.
So is he happy at this job right now?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it is hard. Don't get me wrong, having the separation from your family, but sometimes you need to do what you need to do to make sure that your family's financed for or is happy and stuff. So, but when he comes home, we have really, really good quality time. Where before he would come home from work and he would still get phone calls, or he'd have to go out and do other bits and bobs. So our family time was restricted to probably 2 days a week. Where he comes home, we've got five
He's
weeks.
staying 5-6 weeks as well here.
Yes, yeah. So we get 5 weeks.
Very
together.
good.
Yeah, and that's lovely.
Sometimes also, a husband and wife, they need some time to stay separate. Yes. And especially, it's not your choice. You're made for it. I mean, he has to go to work. Yeah. So you miss each other so much. And after staying together, I think it's the brilliant...
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
So you have your quality time, but when you've just had enough, it's like, you need to go now.
Yes, you need to go, Jana.
Yeah, please, I love you.
It's time to you to go to work. Yeah. Bye-bye for 6 weeks.
Yeah. So he does enjoy it. He does struggle sometimes. He does miss us all. But yeah, he does really enjoy it. And as I said, when he is home, we do have quality time together. He helps us out an awful lot. We get to have a holiday as well. If we want to go away for a weekend, we can go away.
Which countries did you go to together for holidays?
We've been obviously to Egypt. We go to England quite a lot to see family. And Mexico.
Yeah.
So we've been to Mexico.
Did you go all together?
Yeah.
And we met. Go on, sorry, Dana.
Any experience, any memories from Mexico? Please share with us.
I do have some memories. I did have a lot of fun there. So.
What is so special about Mexico? Is it the nature, people, places of entertainment you went to?
Yeah, I really miss the
cuisine, maybe restaurants.
Yeah.
The different foods and the big water park.
Yeah.
The big water park.
Yeah. And I think it was one of these. So you sit on this little board and then you try and stand on it. And then you try and balance, and if you don't balance, then you just slide off, and then you crash into this wall. But
skateboard.
It's like a skateboard, but it's in water.
Oh,
like
waterboard then.
Yeah, waterboarding. Yeah, so that was good fun. You tried that a couple of times, but
but
didn't quite
didn't
work.
get it.
No.
But here, I think you can use this skateboard.
Yeah.
And tell me about your last.
Um,
How did it happen?
I was with my dog, and my dog went this way, and my skateboard went that way, and I fell off, and I broke my collarbone.
Yeah. And people used to think that it was from the horse.
Yeah.
And what we talked right now is that you broke your collarbone, you broke your tooth, and not really riding the horse, which is extremely dangerous sport.
Yeah.
It is. I know it, though I didn't do it professionally, but I had some experience once I told you about, one I just mentioned, and it's really very dangerous. How did you manage to have all your wounds on different things? It's just life. It happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I also told you, and I will tell this again. I will say it again. For me, you're really an ideal couple and a very good example all the time. First of all, because you came here together. You're all the time together. You have two brilliant kids. When I see your photos in Facebook, for example, how you celebrate birthdays or some parties. Last one, Jake's 16th birthday, and to see him hugging his grandmother, and I see that he's, your children have faces of being happy, being brought up in a happy family, in a very peaceful, happy atmosphere, which is very important.
Yes.
When I look at them, I can see it even from the photos. You don't need to see them live to understand that, and this is really great. Tell me the story. And I told you, you look like each other. Look like each other with John as well. Are they brother and sister? Oh. Yes, something like it's the truth. How did you meet? Can you tell me the story of your?
How we got together? Yes. I used to work for Dagner Motors. I used to work with his mum as her assistant, a secretary's assistant, and he was a car salesman. So he used to be a mechanic.
Was it his mother's?
Well, yeah, it was a little bit.
Look at this girl.
Yeah, it was a little bit. So John's got an older son, and he was struggling to have somebody look after his son for one day. So I offered, and then we just started dating from there. And 17 years on, we're still together. So yes, we met through his mum at Dagner Motors, and
it became your destiny.
Yeah.
After looking after his son,
yeah.
You presented him two more children.
Let's have two more. Yeah.
Look, I can look after them. You showed yourself.
Yeah.
Look, I can do this.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Let's have
said,
two
okay.
more. Yeah.
Let's have some.
But no, he's my best friend, and that's the most important thing for me.
In the family, I think this is really the most important. And you're not just lovers or whatever.
No.
Of course, all the feelings are very important, respect, but when you have these friendly relations, when you can say, my husband is my best friend, it's really something one can only wish for.
Yeah, I think we've done, I think it's 17 or 18 years. I think we've been married. He knows better than me, actually. But yeah, no, he's definitely my best friend, and we can talk about anything together, and I think that's the main thing of a marriage. It's not what you can take or give, it's about working together at a marriage, and it doesn't come easy. It does take a lot of work sometimes, and I think that's the main thing. So you have to have your personal space as well, and you have to do things together, and if you don't do things together, then what's the point?
What's the point of being together?
Yes.
And I think this is what you're giving to your children as well. You're best friends with your children.
Yes.
You're not just their parents, but when you have friendly relations, tell me, who is your best friend?
My best friend is Juliet, because we both.
She was supposed no.
I thought she would say my mom.
You were supposed to say no.
No, it's okay. We're joking.
We're joking.
So Julia is your best friend.
Yeah.
And your second best friend, I'm helping you, your mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then.
My Juliet, she horse rides as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you have some common interests. That's
Yeah.
why she's your best friend. Tell me about your relations with your elder brother. Do you fight sometimes?
Yeah.
Or you're just...
we fight a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. He is my best friend, but
Well,
he's a bit annoying.
really?
Yeah.
He looks such a nice, lovely boy. I mean, when I look through the photos, I think he's so peaceful.
When they
Does he beat you sometimes?
Yeah. He
Do you?
Yeah. In pictures he looks nice, but when you don't see him in person, when you see him in person, he's nice. But when you don't, at home, he's like
Different.
yeah.
Absolutely
He
different.
just changes.
Yeah, so Jake, you know about yourself right now. Your sister really thinks about you. Only in photos you look nice. In reality, you're quite different. No, that's okay. Absolutely.
I think that's brother and sisters, though, isn't it? Like, I'm an only child, so I've never had that experience of having a brother. Or I have half brothers, so but John's got a sister and a like himself, and he was like, "No, that's normal, Jodie. This is brother, sister. This is how you show love." And I was like, "Oh, really? Okay." So yeah.
No, and they're still kids. I'm
Yeah.
sure when they grow up, they will be the closest people on earth.
Yeah.
I'm sure in this. I never fought with my sister. I have a sister, though, as you say, half sister. For me, it doesn't exist. Though we have different fathers,
Yeah.
but same mother. She has never been half sister for me because we were brought up together, and she's 10 years older than me, so she was looking after me.
Yeah.
And when my parents were out, our parents were out, she had so many things with me, really funny stories, which she keeps on telling me. And right now, I'm really thankful to God and to my mom that I have her.
Yeah.
Because she's really the closest person on earth
Oh,
for
bless
me.
you.
Though we are separated by thousands of kilometers by now, right now, and there's even 10 years difference. We don't feel it, and they have only 6 years.
Yeah.
Same mom, same dad. That's perfect. Judy, as I know, you are not just a housewife. You decided to be a business lady as well. So please tell me about your new experience.
Yeah, it's all new. I just decided to do an online business. There's a company in England that I'm working with, and it was mainly just to, my children are getting older, you know, so Jake's going to be leaving home soon, Jo won't need me to do all the running around, and it was to try and find who I am again, because I sort of lost my identity. I'm not Jodie, I'm mum or wife, or, you know, you need to, when the children get older, you have to try and find your identity back, and I just thought if I can start trying to do it now, so I thought, well, give myself something to do. So I did. I've got this online business, and it's selling supplements.
Something for health.
Yes, health supplements, also for mentality. Also, if you've got arthritis and stuff like that, it just helps. It's just a general cleaning. Cleans you out, really. Also, there is a skincare range as well. So if you have acne, it helps with that. So for me, that is something that I am interested in doing. I like my health. I'm very into sport as well. So I thought, well, why not do something along that lines?
So
and
you use it yourself? And you can
yeah, I
offer it?
started in England, and obviously when the lockdown came, I can't get the products over here at the moment. So that's my issue at the moment. But I've got a couple of clients in the UK that purchase off of me, so that's good. But as soon as I can start getting it back over here, then hopefully I can sell.
Is there still a problem of getting the product from the UK? Can't you get it to the and you can't cross the border right now?
No, I
This is the
can't. So
thing.
that's where I'd normally send it to, or.
You were getting it to the UK, sorry, from the UK, you were getting it in South Cyprus, and after you could go,
yes.
get it.
Or I'd get
take
friends
it.
to bring it over for me. But obviously now with that, so that's taken that's a little bit of a problem. But it's no big issue. It's just it's new to me, so it's good that I'm learning how technology works again. I'm not very up to date with the technology. I'm a housewife and I'm a mum, and I my sport is my thing. So technology for me, I can just sit down and do that. So yeah, the business is slow, but that's good for me, because then it allows me to learn a little bit more. And I'm doing an online course as well in studying horses. So I'm doing that.
You are doing it?
Yes, yeah. Because although
How can you do online course online course on horses, on horse riding.
So it's to do with stable management and horse care. So I'm learning about how to look after the horses. People think stable management is easy, it's just mucking out and looking, and it's not.
Yeah, cleaning, feeding.
Yeah, but it's not.
Isn't it enough?
No. There's a lot more in depth. So I thought, right, okay, I've got my horses. I need to make sure that I'm looking after them properly. I'm not just going to do it by like flyby. So I thought, well, put myself on a course and learn, get myself a qualification as well. My last qualification was when I was at school at 16. So, yeah.
I see.
And at 41, trying to get another qualification to get the brain going. But yeah, no, so that's what I've decided to do. So I do that when the children have gone to bed. I sit in my bed.
No, it's never late to learn.
No.
Last time I had a guest, Roland Irish,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you know
Yeah.
him as well. And he told me that he started his second university after he got retired at the age of 54 or 55.
Yeah.
So you're quite young. You can enter the
There's hope-
university.
Yeah, there's hope for me yet.
Still, why not? Because when I meet this kind of people, they are also kind of example for me that you can do that at any age because it will make your brain working. And again, you see, it's so nice. You're busy with sports and something different with horse riding. You are communicating with your animals and you are like close with nature. And it's at the same time you can study. It's very good.
Yeah.
And tell me about your social life, because we spoke about horses, we spoke about what else?
Art and craft.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
this. Your social life, do you go out? What do you do? You start, your mom will continue. Where do you like to go out?
My favorite places to go for dinner and stuff is, what is it?
What is
What
it?
one?
For Chinese, I think it is.
Oh, China Gardens?
Yeah.
Chan Garden.
Gardens, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your favourite, is it?
Yeah.
You like sushi rolls?
I like the chicken.
You mean the style they
Yeah.
cook it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And where else do you like going? No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mom will continue.
Yeah, so we go, a lot of the places we go are places which are on the beach, locally to us, so we socialise just at the restaurants really. We like to go out and eat, especially when John's away. For us, when there's only three of you and you've got two different children that like different things, so a lot of the time, yeah, we try
Do
to...
they like different things?
Yeah, Jaya likes meze and chicken rice. Jake likes Chinese and steak and stuff like that. And I'm very much a salad person. Doesn't look like it, but yeah, I like the salads. And so we do. Like the weekends, we try to go out for a meal as a family, somewhere nice, so the kids can get dressed up a little bit if they wanted to. So yeah, that's it really. But socialising, we go to bars sometimes. And meet up with friends, but mainly it's just beach stuff and restaurants.
stay at home.
And stay at home,
Here
yeah.
and relax.
Do you like staying at home?
Yeah, not really. I get really bored, so I normally go in the pool a lot because it cools me down. So
But we have movie nights sometimes.
Yeah.
don't we? We close all the curtains and put a movie on, popcorn nights and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Cinema nights?
Yeah.
So
Do you have many friends of your age or around with kids so you can spend time together?
yeah, there was a lot more when we was first here. I have to admit there was a big group of, I think there was about 13 of us that used to go out. So when we had children of like Jake's age. But obviously the children have grown up, they've gone back to England for studies, work and stuff like that. So the age group has gone down a little bit, but then you make new friends, and that's the good thing about living here. There's people always coming and going, so you can always make new friends. And yeah, so I just keep my my group of friends small, and it's nice. I've got a really, really good supportive friend group.
But I'm sure they're all English because, as Jaya
Yeah.
said about you, you don't speak Turkish,
No, I
so you
don't.
can't have Cypriot. I
No.
mean, maybe you have Cypriot friends who speak English.
do.
Yeah, I do have a lot of Cypriot friends that speak English, but if I do struggle, then I have my own little translator.
Yeah, but why? It's just the question for you right now. Why don't you speak Turkish by now? For 13 years
Yes.
staying here, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I know. When I get your answer, I will tell you mine.
Yeah. Personally, I did start having lessons when I first came over here, and I had an experience where I was trying to talk to somebody and they turned around and said, I'm not your donkey to practice on. So it threw me back a little bit, knocked my confidence a little bit. I can understand more than what I can speak it. So if somebody speaks Turkish and it's quite slow, then I can understand it. I break little bits up, but I don't know how to
Say it.
to say it back. Yeah. And also, I have to admit, probably a little bit laziness.
My answer wasn't laziness, and the thing is why you don't speak Turkish by now, because you live in a full family. Your husband, your parents are here, your children. You're all the time. You are in this atmosphere, and you don't have this necessity too much. We have here examples of Russian speaking. I always say, because for foreigners we're all Russian, though we are not. Okay, I'm from Moscow. I'm Russian. So many people from the Soviet Union, ex-Soviet Union, they are not Russian. They are from different nationalities, but they do speak Russian as their first language. And if they come here as a family, believe me, they don't speak Turkish.
Yeah.
If they come here by themselves, I mean separately, someone comes here, gets married with a local person, or without marriage but have to communicate Turkish all the time, you don't have this necessity because you spend the most of your time in your family. And if you need to practice, yes, really you need to find some friends, or you need to have the surroundings, or if you worked somewhere in a Turkish company, in a Cypriot company, you would have spoken brilliantly by now.
When I first moved over here, I worked for English companies. So I didn't have to speak the Turkish. My people that I was face on with were English. So I didn't have, as you say, it wasn't a necessity. Like John, when he worked for one of his company, the construction company, he was on the building site.
I think he used to speak something very funny, but still
he tried.
did.
So when he was with the construction company, he was on site. He had to communicate with the builders as well. So his Turkish did pick up very quickly because, as you say, he was put in that position. He had to do it. Where I didn't have to. My clientele was English. My friends, majority are English.
So did you work here as well when you came first?
Yeah, when I first came here, yes, I did work. I worked for an estate agent, and then I worked for a construction company as well. But I was mainly office based. So and then.
And after, when you got pregnant, so you're a housewife.
Yes.
For 10 years, by now.
Yes.
You've been.
Gosh.
Okay.
When you say it like that.
No, that's fine, because you are not a typical housewife for just cooking, looking after the kids. You see, for me, maybe it would be the best also opportunity. If I had this opportunity just to stay at home, maybe I would forget about working here even. I said maybe, because as I said, your life is so much filled up with different things. You give the best what you can to your kids. They are in so different activities. They are not just staying at home, as you said, in front of the computer. How many hours per day do you spend playing games on your laptop, or I don't know, iPad or whatever, maybe phone? Do you like doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you give me opportunity.
The only thing I look on is TikTok and stuff, because
Not games.
I do some games, but TikTok is my most favorite thing because I can dance and stuff. So.
Do you make videos of yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, can I find it in TikTok? Will you send it to me? Because you sent me friend invitation.
Yeah.
I answered you, hi Jaya, and I didn't get any response.
No, will you send Alicia some of your TikToks? Yeah.
Yes,
Should have sent them in
course.
today so you could have put them off on the TV.
Okay, girls, thank you very much for coming.
That's no
It was a
problem.
great pleasure for me to see you, to talk to you, because really I have that positive energy that is coming from both of you. And as I said, it's this happiness and love and everything, what you have inside your family, you can share it with others, and this is what I get from you today. And for you both, and for your men, Jake and John, I wish all the best. Keep on doing the things you're doing, and you're doing so well. And I wish we can meet when John is back.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Dear friends, it was Cyprus today. I hope you enjoy our conversation with Jodie Hoyles and her little princess, Jaya. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Kıbrıs Vakıflar İdaresi